Yeah, so basically, I've watched this new show in ABS-CBN at nagkataon na sa Netflix rin siya. It's a show called Incognito. So this show is what you call it, in Netflix, mas ahead siya kaysa dun sa pinapalabas sa ABS-CBN. So I might put some spoilers into this into this initial reaction sa Incognito. But I got to say, in terms of what I've seen in Netflix so far, with all the yung gore, yung pinapakita dito, gunshots, it's more realistic to watch it on Netflix, to be honest. And I think it got dumbed down pag pinapalabas sa network TV kasi, may mga batas tayo na sinusundan, di ba? Okay, so what is Incognito? So Incognito is a show that is about a squad of unlikely heroes band together for a common cause. Or hindi naman siguro common cause, for ano lang, for jobs lang. In video game terms, I can describe Incognito the closest as Mass Effect. So, kung di nyo alam ang Mass Effect, good luck sa inyo para na maintindihan nyo tong video na to. Di ko alam ba't nandito ako sa video na to. Pero, regardless to say, I think Mass Effect yung pinaka, ano, malapit na pwede kong ikumpara dito to explain it thoroughly and gracefully. Okay. So this starts out with yung karakter ni Ian Veneracion. Okay? So yung karakter ni Ian Veneracion, siya yung mag-assemble ng isang team to obtain Donato Escalera, played by Elijah Canlas. So si Elijah Canlas, siya yung aktor na parang nandiligaw ata kay Miles Ocampo. Yeah? And he was last seen sa Batang Quiapo as Pablo. O siya yung minartilyo ni Coco Martin sa ulo. That was months ago. He was written up in Batang Quiapo to be in, I believe, it was High Street. Yon. Last July. Yan. And that is the basis ng aking username sa Zenless Zone Zero, High Street. Okay. So, Elijah Canlas is Donato Escalera. Bakit kailangan nila kunin si Donato Escalera? Because they need a person of high value. And Donato is like the high value of the person that they will try to rescue, si Takako Rai. So when Incognito started, episode 1, nagsimula ito sa pangingidnap kay Takako Rai. Aljo Abrenica is there, extra siya, tapos namatay agad. Yeah. Yan ang nangyayari pag nakakatambay mo si AJ Rabal. 07 in the chat for Aljur Abrenica. Okay, so Ian Veneracion needed a squad. Okay? It's like yung parang sa Mass Effect 2, need nyo ng suicide mission, di ba? Para subuin yung mga collectors. Ito rin yung same premise dito. If you, kaya gusto ko ikumpara to sa Mass Effect in terms of the plot. And you could say yung style ng combat dito is parang Rainbow Six. You got some nicknames, Eagle, Lion, Alpha, etc. And I can understand why. They are in a squad. Syempre, communication matters, di ba? Ayun. So what else can I describe for Incognito? So since you need a squad, you need a squad leader. At ang squad leader na tinalaga dito ay si JV Bonifacio, played by Richard Gutierrez. Nagulat ako si Richard Gutierrez ay nasa na, ABS-CBN. Ganun siya katagal sa ABS-CBN. Ako kasi si Richard Gutierrez nung simulat sa puli pagkabata ko, alam ko taga GMA7 eh. Yeah, Richard Gutierrez is part of the Kapamilya Network now, and he is playing the role of Bonifacio. So si Bonifacio ay isang court-martialed officer kasi nagsagawa siya ng coup d'etat laban sa presidente. And nagkataon yung kanyang tatay isang top rank na general. And syempre, kung nag-coup d'etat yung anak, tapos yung general mo, yung general mo, yung tatay mo, isang top rank na general, eh, syempre, mababasa siya pangalan mo. So, parang may conflict dito. And, from there, si JB Bonifacio, si Richard Gutierrez, naging ano na lang, hired gun siya. Okay? I think I can relate JB Bonifacio, the character, to Commander Shepard. Siya yung squad leader, he's the commander, he's like the soldier na experience, you know, siya yung may leadership, siya yung may principle, and as far as I know kay Shepard, di ba meron sa Mass Effect, Paragon Renegade, he's more of a renegade na Shepard para sa akin, kasi di siya, na yun nga, nagkudeta siya eh. He doesn't care anong authority ang kanyang, ano, susundin. Basta kung anong believe niya ay tama, yun yung susundin niya, prinsipyo niya. Yeah. So he's more of a renegade here. Along the way, meron tayong nakilala si Andres Malvar, played by DJ Daniel Padilla. Siya ay isang court-martialed soldier din, pero ang dahilan dito is way more tragic. So nagbakasyon itong si DJ, si Andres Malvar sa Baguio, sa Benguet, sa kanilang lupa. Pero yung lupa nila parang may landlord na nag-own. And pineke yung papeles. So nagkaroon ng sigalot yung mga magsasaka laban dun sa landlord, sa mga Panginoong Pyudal. And during that sigalot, napatay yung tatay ni JB, ni DJ pala, sorry, ni Daniel Padilla. In return, pinatay ni Daniel Padilla yung pinsan ng landlord, kaya siya na court martial din. At siya ay nakulong. Okay? So, hindi siya naging hired gun, hindi tulad ni JB, pero siya ay nakulong. So, he is like ex-military. Ang pwede ko siyang makumpara naman siguro dito is, he is Grunt. Okay? Kasi expert siya sa CQC, si Grunt, di ba? Shotgun user, yun, close range combat specialist siya. Medyo reckless siya kasi inuuna yung damdamin bago mag-isip. So, I can say this, yung karakter ni Andres Malvar is close to Grunt. So, pag napapansin nyo, yeah, I've already tackled dito sina JB sa kasi Andres Malvar. But Ian Veneracion, I already stated him. Since siya yung nagko-contract, I can see him as the elusive man. Okay? Sa Mass Effect 2 kasi si elusive man siya yung nag-file up ng dossier, siya yung nagbuhay kay Shepard. And he set up the team to raid the Collector's base, di ba? And ayun, once we get all these things, we get Grant, Shepard, the elusive man, I think Incognito in a way is closest siya sa Mass Effect 2 kaysa sa iba pa, Mass Effect 1 or Mass Effect 3 due to the fact that they are more of a renegade. Kasi di ba, Mass Effect 2, that is the most renegade team ng Mass Effect. Sa 3 kasi medyo bumalik sa Paragon. 1 is also more Paragon. Sa color scheme yan eh. Blue ang tema ng ano eh, ng 1 sa 3. And 2 is more orange, kaya medyo red. Kaya yun yung Paragon na installment. Okay. We got also Kayla Estrada. I think her name is Max. So she is the tech expert sa mga hacking, sa mga drones. Siya yung bahala. So she is more on scouting, and I can relate her to Tali, obviously. Kasi si Tali yung Quarian, she is like the tech expert. Di ba pag ipili mo sa Suicide Mission, kukuha ka ng tech expert, tech specialist, si Tali yung lalagay mo, either si Tali o si Kasumi. That is where Kyla Estrada is. She is the Tali of the group. She is more on the tech. Her background is established well dito na siya ay isang hacker. Ayun. Another person that I'm surprised is here is Baron Geisler. I forgot his character name, pero si Baron Geisler. The fact na yung itsura niya, medyo malayo sa dati niyang itsura. Ang linis niya dito eh. Grabe ang linis eh. And he is the steam sniper and doctor, pero more on sniper siya. And he is like the Garrus Bakarian of the team. Siya yung Another combatant dito, other than JB Bonifacio na played by Richard Gutierrez, si Baron Geisler is another soldier na experience. Pero I think family problems, yun ang issue sa kanya, kaya siya naalis, and he is a sniper. Yeah. So, being like one of the more combat experience here, and the fact na sniper siya, I think, yeah, he is the Garus Bakarian ng grupo na to. Si Garus kasi siya yung sniper, siya yung tropa ni Shepard. I think si JB sa si Baron Geyser dito, sila yung magkakasundo palagi due to their experience sa war. And hindi sila magkakasundo palagi ni DJ kasi si DJ inexperienced, just like how Shepard and Grant was in Mass Effect 2. Kaya ayun. Lastly, si Tomas Guerrero played by Anthony Jennings, top the one who will touch himself tonight, or si Maris Rascal ba yun? Yeah, he is playing the role of Anthony Jennings is playing the role of Tomas Guerrero. Siya yung ampon, okay, may tatay siya, close sila, ampon yung si Bembol Rocco, ampon yun, pero close sila. Eh, medyo touching yun, nagyayakapan sila, lalo na yung first mission. We'll get to that first mission in Jiffy. I can relate to him as Jacob. Bakit Jacob? Mo, hindi sa pag-ano pero he is the least likable character of the group. Despite being na wala siyang combat experience, nakapasok lang siya sa group on the recommendation by JB Bonifacio. So, I don't know why he's in the group. So, dahil lang may backer siya. I don't know what he contributes. Baka Pansit Canton. Siya lang yung thesis groupmate mo na Pansit Canton lang yung ambag. And, yeah, hindi ko masamain pero it's too early to tell. So, I'm just gonna give him the pot ni Jacob. Kasi si Jacob yung pinaka-dislikable character sa Mass Effect 2. Ayun. Ang isang character dito na hindi pa napipicture ay si Maris Rascal. So, baka sa second arc, ma-introduce siya. Pero sa first arc, wala si Maris Rascal. So, ayun. We have established yung connection ng Mass Effect sa kanang incognito. We'll go to the plot na. So, yun nga, re-rescue nila si Takako Rai by palit ulo, yung ulo ni Elijah Canlas, si Donato Escalera. Escalera has an island resort south and they try to infiltrate it. Pero, just to make things short, this infiltration is a botch. Okay? Kasi si DJ, si Daniel Padilla, yung pag-iisip niya yung puso niya He's like a reckless unit, di ba? And furthermore, napatay yung informant nila sa resort, resulting them in rushing the project, the assignment, kesa dun sa inalat na time para makalculate ano yung kailangan nilang strategy. So the elusive man with the botch na yun nga wala sa plano, niligtas ni DJ yung mga bata sa barko, which alerted sina Jane De Leon. Jane De Leon yung Dar na dati, dito siya. Siya yung head of security ni Donato Escalera at pinsan niya at gusto niyang patayin si Donato para makuha ang yaman. Typical family problems. Yeah. So, na-alerta tapos yung plano nila na aambushin si Donato sa speedboat nasira kasi yun nga pinasabog yung barko kaya imbes na tumakas itong si Donato under the duress ni Jane De Leon na pinantaan niya ng bomba yung speedboat yung jacket lang na nilagyan ng tracker ni Max, ni Kayla Estrada, yun napunta sa jacket, inabot niya sa bodyguard So, pumunta sila dun yun, it's a botch, ni-raid nila yung island, and then they went into typical Rainbow Six, Desert Storm, ano pa ba? Ghost Recon Passion. Yung may squad, may nakabantay sa likod, may nakabantay sa gilid, and then they're talking in army gibberish, like Lion, Eagle. Siyempre, si Kayla Estrada, di naman siya combatant, dinig naman siya na assault rifle, pero ampun ako lang, so she's not like a combatant while given an assault rifle. Siguro SMG pwede na given na siya yung nagbubuhat ng laptop, di ba? Baron also needs adjustment sa kanyang weaponry. He has a huge ass sniper rifle on the back na nakabalot pa. And then, meron pa siyang carbine na dala-dala. So, I wish he could have swapped the carbine for a lighter gun para may mobility siya. Kasi he's already carrying like what? An, an AWP sa likod niya? An op? Yun. And leave the machine gun, the assault rifles to JB, Andres, and Tomas. So, yeah, it was successful na retrieve nila si Elijah Canlas, but they went into full Far Cry mode. Yeah, they went kasi pumasok sila sa village, and yung village ay puro mga kalaban pala, puro mga rebelde na nagtatrabaho sa mga eskalera. And, ayun, nagpapatayan sila sa village. Nakatakas si Donato. Then, naabutan ng incognito team. Hinostage ni DJC Donato. Nakita ni Hart, yung karakter ni Jane De Leon. And, she tried to shoot Donato kasi nakita niyang, opening to na mapatay si Donato, isisi sa incognito yung pagkamatay niya. Pero sinalag ito ni DJ at binarel ni Richard Gutierrez si Jane De Leon sa almost chest area sa may bandang kilig upper chest area, and Jane De Leon dies, and then they've successfully extracted Donato Escalera. That ends the arc, the first arc ng Incognito. I say it's legit. Yung mga nitpick dito na nasasabi mo, bakit ganyan? Like bakit yung buggy hindi na-outrun ng tumatakbong squad. I think it makes sense kasi binabaril ng squad yung buggy at yung driver ng buggy bumabaril din. So it makes sense naman na mag-slow down yun. I think yun mga isa sa mga nakikita kong pupunahin dito ng mga nasa internet. Pero I'm not hard defending it, pero that's like a reasonable thing kaya other than that, yeah, panoorin niyo siya sa Netflix kasi seamless. Wala siyang ads that really break up the momentum, hindi tulad ng Batang Quiapo. Okay? And may feel good dito eh. Even though I said Tomas is like the least likable character, pero out of combat, he's like yung family man siya. Just like Jacob dun sa Mass Effect 2, 'di ba? Yung loyalty mission ni Jacob, di ba tatay niya pa rin, yun. Kahit na yung tatay niya medyo tarantado doon. Yun yung dating nung medyo feel good naman kay Tomas Guerrero yung kanyang family. Pag nakita mo niyakap niya si Bembol, alata eh. So nakuha nila yung reward nila, nagsasaya, and then they will have a new assignment on the next episode. Ayun. I recommend to watch Incognito. It's not your typical na family drama. Okay? Medyo malalim yung pinag-usapan dito. Pinaka Pinoy drama dito is between DJ and yung lupa niya. Pero kay JB, yung backstory niya na, di ba, yun nga, sa tatay niya, kay North Marshall siya. Tapos syempre, disappointment yung sa tatay niya. Yeah, medyo malalim yung mga tema dito. Susubaybayin ko to. I think I'm going to do an per arc na review sa Incognito. Okay? Per arc. Hindi per episode, per arc. Like, every time matapos ang assignment nila, doon ko re-reviewin ang Incognito. Ayun. Okay? I think that's enough yapping for a while. If you're not yet a subscriber to the channel, like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon for more of your reviews. This is your boy, the God Gamer himself, Harriet. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and good night. Bang.